So this big dog and pony show on Capitol Hill, testifying in front of some House committees about trying to censor Fox News, Newsmax, One America. Let's get them out of here because we'd be a much stronger country if we only had liberal TV networks, right? That would be really, really good. So that was the hearing. Nothing will come of this, but there is a plan. There's a reason why this is happening. So I got Bernie Goldberg warming up in the bullpen now. He's going to come on in. I'll walk you through it. It's an important story. And here's the setup. So basically, there are two liberal members, both California Congresspeople, who are driving this let's cancel Fox News. Let me get their names here. I do have, yes. Anna Eshoo and Jerry McInerney. We told you about them yesterday. All right, so they succeeded in getting a House subcommittee on communications and technology to hear these complaints against the conservative media. And then the Energy and Commerce Committee, they joined. So there are a lot of them in this hearing. The first soundbite I'm going to play for you is the chairman of the Communications Technology, Congressman Mike Doyle. Go.
In the midst of this pandemic, we also saw the rise of the Stop the Steal movement, fomented by former President Trump and propagated by members of the media that sought to dispute the outcome of our elections and overturn our democratic process. As we all know, this led directly to the horrific events of January 6th.
So what? So he's reading it off the paper that one of his assistants wrote for him. So what? We all know that. Why are you wasting our time? They're wasting our time because they're basically going to pin the controversy over the election and the insurrection at the Capitol on the conservative media. So they tried to pin it on Donald Trump and impeachment. We'll get to that in a moment. And that didn't work. And now they're going to try to pin it on the conservative television outlets. That's what that was all about. And so because they did that, because they disrupted our electoral process, and that led to the violence at the Capitol, you got to get them out of here. They have to go off the air, okay? The second soundbite is a Republican congressperson who's very upset by all this. Go.
In all my time on this committee, there's never been a more obvious, direct attack on the First Amendment. Despite what has been said, I want to be very clear. Condemning the January 6th attack and upholding truth and facts, it's a shared bipartisan goal. Unfortunately, that's not what this hearing is about. If the majority was really interested in a meaningful dialogue, you wouldn't schedule a hyper-partisan hearing to shame and blame. You wouldn't be sending letters pressuring private companies to block conservative media outlets. I'm not only disappointed in this hearing, I'm deeply troubled by it.
And so am I. Number one, it's a waste of taxpayers' money. This is just, why are you doing this? You have no chance for the government to take any action against any news network. That's not going to happen. So why are they doing it? I'll get there. But I have to play you one more soundbite. This is by a woman named Soledad O'Brien, used to work at CNN, a very committed liberal woman, but she did criticize NBC News and CNN today for all of the phony business in the Russian collusion stuff. You remember that. Of course, everybody remembers that. Happened for 3 years. We didn't hear any threats against CNN and NBC News that the big corporation should hurt them for that bogus coverage. Do you hear that? No. So Ms. O'Brien pointed that out, but still her sentiments lie with the progressives. Go.
I think that you should not be allowed, and this should be through the news organization, should not want people to be on the air if they are in fact lying and they are liars.
Okay, so who decides that? Who decides if they're liars or lying? All right, so that was what happened today on Capitol Hill. It didn't get anybody anywhere. It won't. So what is really going on? Okay, So the California Congressmen Eshoo and McInerney sent letters to AT&T, Verizon, Roku, Amazon, Apple, Comcast, Charter Communications, Dish, Cox, Altice, Alphabet, and Hulu. And on those letters, they said you should not carry Fox News, Newsmax, and One America. Dump them. And if that happened, okay, then you wouldn't have those networks because they don't broadcast like NBC, ABC, and CBS does over the public airways. They broadcast through private companies, okay, that take them and put them on cable systems. It's a whole different thing. So the far left, the progressives, saying, we're going to strangle. We tried the boycotts. It has worked. We've targeted people like Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity. We've targeted them, hurt them. Cowardly corporations now won't advertise. We've done that, but we still haven't gotten them off the air because there are traditional conservative people who are going to watch them no matter what we do, no matter how many sponsor boycotts there are. They're still going to do that. They're still going to watch. But now we're going to go, we're going to get where they live. We're going to get Verizon and all these people to dump them, take them right off because they're liars. And they lied about the pandemic, and they lied about this and the election, and on and on and on. Okay, that's the end game. Will they succeed? No, they won't succeed this time. But they're coming back.